Welcome to another edition of Dizzarian Plays MMOs. Today I'm in Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm back on my Arcanist here. I'm level 22 after getting my Chocobo mount, which I was very happy to get. And this is after the Stormblood expansion has dropped. There's a few changes that we're going to notice here really quick on the interface. For one, it actually tells you what the current main scenario quest is, so that you always stay on track. And also when you do, I haven't noticed this before, but it looks like it gives up a very nice map, so you can actually find exactly where you need to go. These are more detailed maps than the normal map that we get here, which has more general information on it, but it's not as detailed. It doesn't appear, so that's kind of interesting. Also, there's some of my skills were unavailable when I logged in, and that's because they've taken away basically subclassing. So before you would have like an Arcanist and maybe a, I don't know, a White Mage. I can't even think of what the combo is. But you would pick up some sub skills from that other subclass. They no longer do that, and it's probably a good idea and one that they needed to implement. If I go to actions and traits here, you can see that there's a role. So a role is going to be just a general bunch of skills that you get depending on, like this is a healing class. So these are the type of healing role spells that you get for every type of healing class. So I've gotten a new spell called Addle, which lowers the target's intelligence by 10%. Break deals unexpected damage with potency of 50 and adds on heavy to the target. Drain deals damage of 80, and additional effect absorbs portion of the damage to back as HP, which is very similar to my energy drain. And Diversion, which reduces, I didn't put that on my tab bar, I'm going to put that right there. That's where I'm used to enmity reduction spells. So yeah, so that's a little bit different. I've put a few of those on my bar. You can also see I've got something here, and almost every class now has one of these little doohickeys, the little icon that does this. This for me, for an Arcanist, it's going to increase as I get Aether Flow. So you can see here that this spell for the energy drain, it cost 1 energy flow here. So in these, I think, add on to it. Actually, I haven't played with it on this character, so I don't even know how it works, and we'll find that out later. But all of these classes now have these kind of little gauges and stuff, so it kind of adds to the uniqueness of your class. So I'm kind of enjoying that. So as we can see, woods will be done. We need to go down to the Scion and see what's going on. So here we are. Let's talk to the Scion and see what they say. Welcome back. Lady in Menphilia awaits for you within. Welcome back. It seems you've wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called and regaled me with a tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scion are truly fortunate to have you with us, Dizzarian. Now, when we last spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you've already met them. Tataru, please show them in. Sway, sirs. Aha, we have met these guys before. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm Gods, man, spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as the airship grow even more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve the keepers of this technology. Of course, this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I could count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Okay. Surely they're going to send us on another quest, though.
Now,
Oh,
having
she's going to
set
speak this
aside the
time.
formalities,
Good. Sorry.
we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the
Urianger.
students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, Asino.
Oops.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gizzle-greens, floating
Yeah,
ones
that's
that worship the
describes it.
primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The
Yeah.
only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo.
It's the echo.
Winning the Sylph's favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us?
Of course.
I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of... Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Okay.
Us, Ida, us!
Okay. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be heading back to the Adder's Nest, which is our Grand Company location, to talk to them and figure out what to do. Okay, made it back to the Adder's Nest. Let's see what they have to say. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon Scions once more if we are to... beg pardons. 'Tis a real habit of mine to think aloud, but tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? To do just what you were talking about, man. Level 23. I'll also just make a note that if you start a new character, you get a buff, and it's like a major buff. It's double XP or something. I've got another character I'm running, and he's advancing so quickly through the storyline. So if that's something that interests you, you can go ahead and do that as well, just to let you know. But this character is going to be leveling at normal speed, so it's nothing unusual here. Well, if it isn't Private Disaster reporting for duty, that zeal I like to see from an enterprising young serpent. Good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Oh, it's these people. Ida. I never can say these names. Always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me your quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Ah, your little bird sings true, no doubt. You've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelveswoods home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the Elder Seedseer. who has no desires to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that the Sylph's relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should they be ever a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Rama or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where the Scions come in. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untampered and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear that the candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. I would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officers stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly player. Pavlar with the Sylphs? This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Well, I believe the ferry departing for the West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly Polyvar, I don't know how to say that. Indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papamao. I forgot how they said his name. Alright, so we're heading to Hawthorne Hut. So I've made it over to the dock. He's going to tell us that we can travel there. That's basically all he's going to say. It feels so good to actually have a chocobo mount and be able to go a little faster where I need to go. So here I've discovered who I need to talk to, which is Rosa Hawthorne. Let's see what she has to say. An adventurer. Thanks, the 12s. You could have come at a more opportune time. Please, you must help us. Why, it's our bees. The poor little deers are under attack by a murderous swarm of hornets. These beehives are our livelihood. You must save them. All right, we can do that. What do we do? Let's see. Go to the beehive. Waiting. Uh-oh. Here's some buzzing. Oops, I forgot to bring out my pet here. Let's pull him out. There we go. I'm not building any Aether yet. I wonder why that is. They heal. I'm going to see if that helps. Can I not? Oh. Messed up my key bindings, I think. This is the last time I played. That didn't do it either. I don't know. Alright, so we've got 2 more of those. We're just going to kill some of the hornets. So I'll do the other 2 off the camera. Okay, so finish the last of those. Let's see what she has to say now. Thank you, friend. Finally, our bees can make their honey in peace. I knew you were 12 cent the moment I laid eyes upon you. You traveled to our hut, you say, and would speak with the serpent officer there? There is one who goes by Emmeline. He is a century at Joseline's spire, but makes regular excursions to our hut. He's quite enamored with our honey and tells of my husband's Rolf, though I found him to be tight-lipped around those he's unfamiliar with. Oh, I know what we might try. Why don't you take a jar of fresh honey to him? I reckon you'll find him more than talkative then. Well, yeah. Anybody who gets a jar of honey is going to be talkative. So, you can see we're just going to travel down to Hawthorne Hut. Get on my chocobo and meet you there. So I arrived here. I need to make sure I can tag my Aetherite here, because I'll be traveling here quite a bit, I think. And probably go ahead and register this as a free destination. Oh, never mind. Alright, so we're going to go inside the inn here and talk to who we need to talk to. Ameline. Indeed, I am Ameline of the Twin Adder. Your face is unfamiliar to, you have a present for me, you say? Yes, take your honey. A jar of Rose's honey and freshly harvested boot. You certainly know how to make a first impression, my friend. Ah, so you're the adventurer whom the commander spoke. Do forgive me for being curt. My stomach was rumbling something fierce. My word, this honey, like liquid gold. Forgive me. You have come to discuss not honey, but sylphs. For all their whimsy, they are a weary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more? You'll do well to speak to Rose's husband here, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the sylphs than I'll ever know. Complete. Okay. And, yeah, I think this one's going to start the next episode because we're getting a little long in this one. So I hope you enjoyed this. We'll talk more about Stormblood in the coming episodes. May even switch characters a little bit, so just don't be too shocked if I jump in and out of different characters and stuff in the coming episodes. I'm just doing some experiments. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and leave any comments that you may have. And as always, if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Your subscriptions really do mean a lot to me. Also, I need to get more views on my Final Fantasy XIV videos. You guys don't seem to be responding as well to them as I would like. So if you could actually make sure you hit that like button and leave any comments, it does help me a lot determine that you guys want to see these. So anyway, if you're subscribed, you can get notification when I put out new ones. So, till next time, bye.